Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, daddy. You putting in that work.
This is Michelle, aka Brother Williams, and I'm here to prove myself to the nation. And I'm here with a half production video. I want to know what y'all think about this, man. And what you have to say about the audio. All right, let's say good.
And then eating milk, running around, talking about expensive pain in his ass.
Wait, this is Philly you're talking about now. Wait a minute, Jack.
Me.
Wait a minute.
He's a Fruit Loop. He Diddy fried.
This is Philly.
He's a deep fried. Period. He Diddy fried. He Diddy fried. He the Diddy do our bop. Fuck me. Real rap.
You think that audio that they put out was real?
Yeah, that was him. Nicki put that up to here.
A clip was reportedly shared by someone claiming to be Diddy's former bodyguard, who says he recorded an audio of two men involved in intimate acts. After the audio, the video shows the bodyguard, who claims all the drinks that night were spiked. He says he pretended to be drunk but stayed alert, and while everyone else was passed out, Diddy and Meek Mill went to a room. The bodyguard claims he recorded sounds from the room to make some money. Initially, no one believed him, but he now says there's proof. Meanwhile, Bobby Shmurda claims that Jay-Z's Rock Nation is behind these rumors about Diddy and Meek Mill after Meek left the label in 2022.
They caught more, nobody's been catching more heat on the internet than Meek Mill. Meek Mill spoke on it. He's like, I hate these people on the internet. They just keep speaking on it.
So it's like, you know, I came off the team. I'm gonna tell you what's going on with Meek. I left with a team that Meek was on. Meek left that team, and he that team. They come for you. You know what I'm saying? It's like you gotta understand everything in a relationship is like a relationship with these labels, right? And leaving like a girl with a lot of power. And like you could have gave her that power. You giving that girl some good dick, right? But she has a lot of money and a lot of power.
Yeah.
She's gonna try to make your life a living hell.
Yeah.
And anything that she gonna if we own the internet, that we're gonna spread all the rumors about you. I'm gonna put 1,000, 3,000 comments making jokes. I'm gonna pay for 3,000 comments whenever you post.
Word,
I'm gonna, yeah, all about it. And my is like, it's not even, I tell Meek, it's not even that they doing it, bro. They gonna do it. They try to call me gay. I'm most ever out there. Like, come on, for real, let's be serious. You know what I'm saying? And it's not even that, I'm not even mad at them doing it. It's be the that believe it. That's what you gotta be. It's like they gonna. I don't want to say that word. They're gonna do female like that. Niggas gonna do female spread rumors regardless.
They're naive.
But the mother not the naive people. That's the ones believing it. I'm talking about the ones that believe in it are the suckers because they just want it to be true because they hate us. You feel me? They hate it. Like there's no way he can't be fucking all those. He gotta be doing something. There's no way Meek could be that rich. There's no way Bobby doing it. There's no way they doing that. But we are doing it. You got all of that.
So, why would Jay-Z do this? Well, Jaguar Wright has long suggested that he's been working to bring down Diddy, so it wouldn't be surprising if he's also targeting Diddy's friends.
About this. Allegedly, Sean Carter is responsible for enacting Hype Williams to put Aaliyah on a faulty plane to move her out the way as punishment for rejecting him. And so he could level up Beyonce, who was struggling. Let's just say allegedly that happened. Now I want you to think about 106th and Park with Mary J. Blige. Free, who is a victim of Sean Carter.
Yeah.
Mary J. Blige, who is a victim of Sean Combs, are sitting there talking about the death of Aaliyah amongst each other. Think about that. You got a Diddy victim, you got a Jay-Z victim, and you got a superstar gone. They know what happened. And yet, they had to sit there and have that conversation like they didn't know who did it. Think of the power of that. Think about Claudia Jordan right now. Claudia Jordan don't ever mention my mother name. She mentioned it yesterday. talking about why people are afraid to come forward. You mean like you?
Rumors about Meek Mill and Diddy grew after a sexual assault lawsuit against Diddy by producer Rodney Lil Rod Jones earlier this year. Some think Meek defends Diddy because Diddy has a lot of blackmail on him.
Defending Diddy. All these celebrity friends he have, and nobody came out.
They brand. It's all about the money. They saw what he did to Cassie. With the kicking, the punching. They saw what they did to Cassie. They know that nobody in America liked that. So now, these people are represented by a brand. Whether it's something about the music, clothing, movies. They not gonna come out and speak on nothing that has anything to do with them, and they praying that they not on the tape doing crazy stuff, being oiled up in the whole 9 yards. They praying. So until the feds say, hey, yo, listen here. We got you on, hey buddy, we got you on this tape, and girl looked like she was pretty young. We're not gonna show it, but we need you to come and testify against Brother Love, P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, you know, Sean Combs. That's when they're gonna start talking. And they're not gonna be talking in his favor. When the feds come to them and show them what they got on tape, because if he had 250 tapes all over, 250 cameras all over the house, somebody got caught spilling a cookie out the cookie jar. It could be your favorite pastor. It could be your favorite politician. Yeah, I was at a Diddy party, but I know I ain't do nothing. When you don't know somebody's taping you, when you don't know that somebody is videoing you in some kind of form of fashion, you got that alcohol, you got the drugs in you, they're a little loose, bruh. They let down all their inhibitions. The music is pumping. He said it himself. He got it so hot in there that you gotta take your clothes off. He said that himself, bruh. So a lot of them, like what he said? I think a lot of them was being swallowed. Have you ever been swallowed? They tell off on themselves all the time, man. You just gotta listen.
But why do you think Diddy had all them hidden cameras?
Bruh, when you that powerful, you didn't get that powerful without having 1 or 2 or maybe 3 ups on somebody. Diddy always been the type of individual that want to have ups on the next person no matter what they was doing. Like, he always played artists against each other. He did it to Big, he did it to Craig Mack. You understand? I said before, he did the stuff to Ja Rule, you know what I'm saying? So had the ups on Ja Rule so he could go after Jay-Z. You understand what I'm saying?
And it's not just blackmail. There are rumors that tapes from Diddy's infamous parties are being sold on the dark web.
Not going to jail.
Wanna know why? Because he doesn't intend to stand trial. Why would he sell his tapes on the dark net?
Is he protecting people, or are people protecting him?
Oh no, he's selling it because he needs the cash. The last freak off tape that just got sold on the dark net, which I know because I monitor, went for $500 million. It had multiple stars in it. Nicki Minaj, Rihanna, Chris Brown, Justin Bieber, Drake. It was a really interesting night in Calabasas, and he just sold that footage.
How come you think it doesn't get leaked to the public?
The dark net?
Yeah, like...
Because of the dark coin. Most people don't even know that the dark coin exists. But that's how they're trading for all of the flesh they sell. Which is why I became so outraged last year when the twins turned 16 and he had them dressed like prostitutes and then he auctioned them off as NFTs because the NFT that he sold them to was attached to that dark coin. It was like a promissory note to sell his daughters to the highest bidder.
Adding to this, a lawyer for Jay-Z said a legal warning was needed to get Piers Morgan to edit an interview where serious allegations were made against Jay-Z and Beyoncé, connected to accusations against Diddy. Jay-Z's lawyer, Jordan Seavey, said Morgan's broadcast was filled with lies, calling it irresponsible journalism. On Tuesday, Morgan apologized on his YouTube show for his guest Jaguar Wright's comments about Diddy.
There's no vindication for me because for 4 years, I've been screaming, not just Diddy, but Diddy and Jay-Z are monsters. And the victim-making machine kept going on.
Jay-Z has been notable by his silence since these charges were brought against Diddy. Why do you think that is?
Because that's what he does. He starts little fires everywhere, forces everyone involved to go and carry water while he sneaks away without a response. That changes now, Sean. You must respond. You have no choice. Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, Robert Kelly, Sean Combs have one person in common, professionally and privately. Sean Carter. This has been a fist of tyranny that has been punching through our culture and our society for decades. It must stop.
There's been obviously a lot of
cruelty-free artistry.
Right, there's been a lot of rumor mill about what has happened in the rap world. A lot of allegations that the misogyny in the lyrics clearly was based on a general misogyny towards women away from the music, and that clearly seems to have been borne out by these charges against Diddy, which if he's found guilty of all this, he's never coming out of prison. How dangerous do you think?
Thank God.
How dangerous do you think he is as a person?
I think he's one of the most dangerous people.
Wright, popular on Instagram and TikTok, has used her platform to make claims about the music industry, mainly targeting Diddy and Jay-Z. Recently, Nick Cannon shared his own experience from Diddy's parties, where he, like Usher, attended while underage.
Yeah, we want to thank you. Come here, don't sit on the bed at night. No homo. No, just don't get close to the bed. Don't get close, but it's just like, yo, we want to thank you for hosting the thing, man. It's been a pleasure. You didn't have to do it, you did.
No, I definitely didn't have to do it. I definitely didn't have to. First and foremost, I'm not getting in the bed. Shout out to him and what he did. I'm just gonna, if we can, let's just put the camera a little this way, just so we're not. I don't want my shot to even, I don't want it to come close to the bed at all. Usher look like he fresh off the goddamn plane. Usher.
Fresh off the guard stage. That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and, pause, but like just back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented. You know what I'm saying? But it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the Frosted Flakes because he used to always get up early. Now he's one of the richest stars in the world.
What the f did Puff just say? Nobody's gonna acknowledge this but me. Puff just said we used to wrestle over the Frosted Flakes, and we're streaming live. That was stupid. Listen, that was stupid.
Listen, we having a good time, yo. Your Usher made it in the. Hey, yo.
If you don't mind me asking, because I know the topic is sensitive, what happened to Usher?
I heard about some music executive from the industry back in Harlem. I heard it from some music executives back in Harlem. And I'm not gonna speak on their name. They doing programs and everything like that, and they may be doing something, they may speak on it themselves. But I heard it from some music executives.
Where did you hear it?
Bro, you know how people be talking, and we was around some people, something like that, and then some people might say, yo, I don't F with that dude. And at the time, I didn't even know who the F Usher was. You know what I'm saying? It was one of those type of situations. And when somebody say, yo, man, I don't F with them, niggas. Man, I'm getting out that industry and everything like that. You know, Puff sent this little kid to the hospital. How he sent him to the hospital? Man, Nick was bleeding from the butt. And that's what was said. But I didn't even have a name for the kid at the time. Then you heard, and that's what happened. And that's just, that's something that you heard. You don't know if it's true, you just heard it. So, and just to hear this, and this new thing where they saying that they got kids coming forward and said that he did that, man, that shit is crazy. And like I just said, that's just something that I heard. It's something that I didn't know. It's something that I ain't.
Believe it or not, Meek Mill might have been spared because what Diddy allegedly did to other celebrities was much worse. Tupac Shakur's stepbrother, Moprim Shakur, doubts Diddy's denial of any involvement in Tupac's murder.
You someone like a Puff, you would be threatened by him because every time you see Pac, he got a gun, like he got 2 or 3 guns. And he's like blatant. Pac is a dope dude, don't get me wrong. He's not a bully or nothing like that. He's a funny guy, he's a nice guy, generous guy, peace-loving guy, but he wasn't having it. He just wasn't having it. So I can see why Puff might have felt threatened by Pac. I can see. So if it's true that what everyone is saying, Keefy D, everyone coming on these podcasts, the storyline about Puff paying whoever to do whatever, with Pac, if all that is true, like I said, he needs to be held accountable for it. He needs to be held accountable. It has to be accountability from him for his involvement in getting my cousin killed. I try to keep my personality out of it because, like I said, I'm not in that space anymore where I wish harm on someone else. I just don't feel like that anymore. But I do feel that he has to be held accountable if it's true. And I think there's a lot of truth to what has been said. So I think the problem with what's going on with the Vegas PD, why they're stuck in that part of the investigation, is because they can't, I think it's money, but also it's because they can't find a corroborator with Keefy D's story. If they can find someone close to Puff that can say, yes, everything Keefy D just said is true, then they have a corroborating witness.
In July, Tupac's family considered suing Diddy over alleged connections to the fatal shooting. High-profile lawyers, including Alex Spiro, joined the case. This resurfaced after Dwayne Keefe D. Davis, now charged in Tupac's murder, told Las Vegas police that Diddy allegedly paid $1 million for the hit. Former LAPD Detective Greg Kading also linked Diddy to the crime in his book.
Everybody knew that Puff took Tupac's blueprint and changed Biggs and Bad Boy in image. I Get Around, talked about how fly you was, how many girls you mess with, how many cars you drive, how much money you got, what you willing to do. He took his image. Pac was the first one on the scene wearing Versace shirts. He went and got the same Versace shirts Pac had. Which, all right, some dudes would do that. You would never catch me wearing something that somebody else got. He was knocking down all the women that he thought Pac was knocking down. And what I mean is having sex with them. Why would you want to have sex with women you know for sure a dude that was once cool with you was dealing with? That's that image. Because you got to realize, bruh, Puff and Pac was cool at one time. We know this. Mopreem said that they was going to sign the Bad Boy. So if he's going to sign to Bad Boy, it was because of Corey and them. I put that picture on the internet. I put the picture on my channel of Corey Jones. Is Corey Jones, Corey Jacobs? I think Corey Jacobs and Pac right next to each other. Those are the ones who got the 16 to life sentence that Pac was gonna go and be with them first. But then Mopreem said when it became just Big and Puff, because Corey and them went to jail, he changed his direction. But nobody know why Pac and Puff fell out like they did. You understand what I'm saying? Nobody know why. But Puff had an obsession with him for whatever reason it was, because he started wanting to act. He started wanting to rap. He had an obsession so bad that at his Grammy Award winning speech, he used the same speech that Pac used. That shit is crazy. So when I say I'm obsessed with talking about Puff and telling y'all the truth, who's obsessed with who? Pac had Sarah before Puff. Allegedly he had Sally before Puff. And Kim had an obsession or liked Pac so much, she on the red carpet with Tupac shirt on. Who's obsessed with who?
A podcast mentions that before Puff was involved with Kim, she had a big thing for Tupac, once even wearing his t-shirt on a red carpet. More recently, crime scene investigator Cheryl McCullum on News Nation's Banfield hinted that Diddy might have had a role in Tupac's murder. Former Bad Boy Records rapper Jamal "Shine" Barrow has openly criticized Diddy, claiming Diddy made him the fall guy in a 1999 nightclub shooting incident.
I was defending him, and he turned around and called witnesses to testify against me, and he contributed. He pretty much sent me to prison. So that is the context by which you must always describe that relationship. Yes, I forgave, I moved on, but let us not pretend as if I was in Miami for Thanksgiving and Christmas and that I saw a birthday cake. Went again to do a charity event for impoverished youth in London. So let us not lose sight of what the cold hard facts are. This was not someone who I vacationed with and who he and I enjoyed this great intimate relationship of brotherhood. This is someone who destroyed my life and who I forgave and who I moved on, and for the better interest of Belize, because he was in a position at that time to give scholarships and to maybe invest. I would not deny attempting to bring the investment to Belize and to bring the contributions to education to Belize, but don't distort it as if, you know, he and I were Bombali. This is someone that destroyed.
During the nightclub incident, Diddy, then Puff Daddy, reportedly fired a shot into the ceiling with Jennifer Lopez. Diddy claimed self-defense, but Shine ended up serving a 10-year sentence. Jaguar Wright, however, believes Jennifer Lopez lied in her testimony.
For the part she played in the harm that was put on Natanya Rubin's life.
Do you think they'll bring up charges on Jennifer Lopez?
They better. She committed perjury. And the attorney that was representing the defense side of that suborned perjury. Last time I checked, there's no statute of limitation on perjury. We can start there. Let's bring Jenny to the cell block. She's been to every other block.
Sometimes they'll open up a case to bring light on other cases. Do you feel the Shine, the club night with him and Jennifer Lopez will come back to light?
Oh, absolutely, it has to. It has to. If it was good enough to be content on Law and Order for what, the 12th season?
After his release in 2009, Shine was deported to Belize, where he is now in opposition in the House of Representatives. There's also a woman who has claimed for years that Diddy shot her that day.
Watch them both fire their guns. I watched them. I got hit right here, in my nose, in between my eyes, which means I'm facing directly at you. Just like I'm looking at you, and I can tell you got on black shades. They kind of look like Cazelles and an Adidas shirt. That's exactly how I was looking at him. And I watched him shoot me. First thing I said when the bullet hit me, and listen, when right before the muzzle flash went off, when I had turned back to look, I heard God's voice say, relax, you are about to get hit, calm down. And when I screamed, no, pop, pop, and it hit me dead in my face. And I never passed out, I never fell, I never cried, everybody started.
Following Cassie Ventura's settlement, another woman, Liza Gardner, filed a lawsuit on November 23rd. Gardner claimed she and a friend met Diddy at an after-party, where she was offered more drinks and felt coerced into intimacy with him.
That she had to fight him off several times, you know, and she suspected that the tequila was spiked.
Right.
A lot of lawsuits. You suspect more lawsuits are coming.
Well, see, the thing about it is, what people don't understand is that there's people that have stuff on Diddy from way back that lawyers would not fight it or take it. But now Cassie opened up those doors. I heard that there's a guy that's going way back and say that he put on a Sean John shirt and it tried to molest him. So he's taking it to court. That's some crazy.
I heard that one.
No, I'm just messing with you, Cam. But that's how crazy it is that everybody's gonna be suing him for all the little things. And that's why he probably knew something like that may come. Why would you put everything that you own in your kids and your mother's name and not have nothing?
More allegations emerged in May, with a 7th lawsuit by Lamprose, who accused Diddy of assaulting her over several years, starting in 1995. She also claims that in 1996, Diddy forced her and his then-girlfriend Kim Porter to take ecstasy and engage in non-consensual acts.
She cut Diddy with a corkscrew. Do you recall any other time that her and Diddy got into it?
Well, I could hear it in the suite, in the hotel suite. And then sometimes when Kim lived on 70th something street, and I would go upstairs with Diddy, you could hear it in the hallway. And I would just shake my head when he come out or whatever, and Kim would be in the house. And it's always about where she was at or who she was dealing with. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna see you physically put your hands on nobody. I don't give a who you are, or well, I'm not gonna see you physically put your hands on her. You understand? That's not gonna be me. You know, first of all, I can't. The position I was in, you understand? Investigator for child, worked for Elite Investigations, New York State parole officer. I'm mandated to do something. You understand? I'm mandated to do something. If she says, yo, his bodyguard was right there, but I'm still moonlighting, I'm moonlighting his bodyguard, I'm working at his bodyguard, but I still have that other function as a state officer. I'm mandated to do something.
Crazy, man. So you could hear Diddy putting hands on Kim Porter.
Well, see, he always do, like I told you, he be doing that. He'll start off, he'll have something on his mind, and he'll like that play fight with them. You understand? And he'll be hurting them when they to the point where they'll be like, yo, stop. You know what I'm saying? But you know, they got the room is locked. You don't hear none of that. And then, you know, Kim would walk out in her white robe, and you can see it in her face. But what are you gonna do?
Right. I always wanted to ask you this, man. Do you know anything about these after parties that Diddy be having?
Which after parties? There's a lot of after parties. There's a lot of after parties for a lot of different reasons. There's after parties if we doing it at the hotel after we do a party, or there's after parties after the after party. You understand?
right. I guess the one people talk about is the after party.
Well, those will be when him and somebody that he needs something from or wants something from, and he'll get those girls and he'll line them up.
A week after Diddy's arrest, singer Al B sure took to Instagram, suggesting there's a conspiracy around the 2018 death of model and actress Kim Porter. Sure hinted that Porter, like Cassie Ventura, was close to exposing damaging information before her death.